Hey everybody, I'm Tim and it's time to bring the holiday cheer for all to smell. These are the top holiday cigars of 2023. You're watching Cigars Daily. Get more out of this and all our videos when you join the community on Cigars Daily Plus. Well, no matter what we do every year, these holidays just seem to come up again and again and again. And I'm honestly old enough to remember when the holidays meant that everyone was a little nicer to each other. We were all a little more generous. We slowed down a bit and enjoyed things. These days, the holidays really just seems to mean that more Amazon packages get delivered to your door every day as your wife runs and orders everything she needs, and you run out of excuses to not see those people you call your relatives. But for a cigar smoker, this is an exciting time of year because it's the perfect time to pull out some particularly festive blends. Even if everybody else in the world is tired and exhausted, and hell, so are we, it's a great time to kick up your feet and enjoy a cigar that matches the season or your mood or the perfect occasion for celebrating, or what we remember as celebrating or hoped would be a celebration but has turned into a drunk brother-in-law who's kicking over the Christmas tree because he's angry at your wife. Regardless of what it is this holiday season, I've got some amazing cigars for this time of year and I want to take you guys through them today, but I'll ask you up front, drop a comment down below as Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and all the special moments we celebrate right around this time of year as they come around. What are you lighting up? I cannot wait to hear more from you guys because I know there are a lot of discerning palates in the Cigars Daily Nation. And with no further ado, let's jump right in. Now, this year's list has got cigars that range from mild and meek all the way up to bold and dark and leathery. And there's a lot of good stuff from some of the best cigar makers out there. And certainly the first one is a bit of an outlier among all of them. A brand that I cannot help but to mention in my lists because, well, the industry and all of you sort of demanded. I think many people would be mad if I didn't. And that is Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. This is the cigar that is made for the holidays. It's Stillwell Star Holiday Y23. If you haven't heard of this line before, it's a whole line of cigars put out by Steve Saka over at Dunbarton that utilizes aromatic pipe tobaccos in the fillers to produce a very different experience than what you find in your traditional blend. This thing has an Ecuador Connecticut wrapper, underneath a Mexican San Andreas binder, and the fillers, of course, those aromatic pipe fillers in there. What makes this cigar so different is those pipe fillers. The flavor on this is certainly festive, and festive in such a way that like the flavor note I get off this cigar legitimately is this peppermint flavor note. I mean, you light one of these up and it's like smoking Christmas morning authentically. So this year, as you get together with your family and everyone's upset because of all the political BS and everything that happened this year, it's a pretty simple equation for you. Go spike the eggnog hard. Go outside, smoke a Stillwell Star, and come back in when everybody's cooled off a bit. Now, the Stillwell Star is a pretty mild blend like a lot of Connecticut stuff out there, and my next cigar fits into that category. It's the Chillin Moose Shady Moose. So I've loved this cigar since it came out. The original Chillin Moose has been around for a long time, but here's the lowdown on this brand. Economy-based brand that has flavor that bats way above the shelf price. You can get these starting at under $5 a cigar off the shelf. That's an amazing value for a cigar with a 6-country blend. The leaves in this blend, of course, Ecuador Habano wrapper, a binder from Mexico, and fillers from Nicaragua, Colombia, the Dominican Republic, and the United States. It's not every day that you see a blend like this that has so much going on and offers so much good mild flavor while still giving you a value for your dollar. And certainly this year when your kids open their presents and are nothing but disappointed with the gifts that you give them after the hard-earned money that you spent on them, you can go outside, put on some sunglasses, and join your Shady Moose in a moment of peace before you, of course, go in and clean up all the wrapping paper for those ungrateful rats. Now I'm beginning to notice a bit of a theme with my more mild cigars, and one that's actually fascinated me in the blending world. You know, when guys blend cigars, they have to blend them in such a way that the leaves will have a similar combustion rate. All of them have to burn at about the same rate. You can't have a wrapper that burns more quickly and a binder that burns much more slowly, or the damn thing won't burn evenly. But this year I'm seeing a lot of these, and the first 3 cigars seem to be this way. Cigars with a nice light wrapper and some like stronger binders. Like for instance, this is the Macanudo Flint Knoll Reserve. A creamy, silky Ecuador Connecticut wrapper on the outside, and underneath a broadleaf binder from the United States. And broadleaf tends to be a much thicker, more rugged leaf. But this cigar right here gets all of its special sauce from the fact that the tobacco is aged in Flint Knoll Cabernet barrels. And that gives this thing an extra level of refinement and smoothness that you would expect with a top shelf, top tier cigar. All of that is capped off by a brilliant set of fillers from Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic, and a Brazilian Matafina. I gotta say this, I hadn't heard much about the Macanudo Flint Knoll until it came out, but as I read the blend, it reminded me just a little bit of Macanudo's Inspirado Brazilian Shade, and when I lit it up, it gave me that same incredibly rich, robust flavor. Lots to sink your teeth into with this cigar, with that extra level of smoothness and refinement that you're looking for in the top tier. This limited edition cigar has flavor that has swept my palate away this holiday season. And so as you inch toward Christmas and that horrifying moment happens when the cat jumps into the Christmas tree, knocking it over and sparking up a small fire, you can just light up a Macanudo Flint Knoll Reserve and be glad that you did, in fact, get that fire extinguisher and put it under your kitchen sink. You have a fire extinguisher that's under your kitchen sink, right? Like there's laws that say you're supposed to, and this time of year, dear God, just maybe go double check. Then check out the Flint Knoll. Now, when I think about festive flavors, what I want is complexity, I want smoothness, and I want a balance of flavor. And so for me, the cigars that I love are the ones that I helped blend. And of course, I'm talking about American Viking cigars. And this year, it's the Liga Zebra Barber Pole from American Viking. So this two-tone cigar comes with a combination of Connecticut and Maduro wrappers. The thing that I love about this is that it still manages a mild to medium strength with really nice, very rich, robust sweetness from these wrappers. Now, a regular barber pole can tend to have burn issues. I love that the Liga Zebra burns very straight, very consistently. It also comes with a closed foot on it, which gives you a burst of wrapper flavor right at light up. That wrapper leaf is going to give you a lot of the cigar's flavor, and the Liga Zebra has been designed to deliver for your taste buds immediately from light up. This is a cigar that I go to when I'm looking for a great pairing with coffee in the morning, or even you can have it with some bourbons and whiskeys in the evening. It's a cigar with enough flavor that can keep up with a lot of different beverages, but for sure, it's the cigar that you're going to want to sit down and smoke because you know that your brother's coming over and, well, he's going to ask for money again. And maybe this year is the year that you look him in the face and you say, no, you could do it with a rolled up magazine this year. No. No. Personally, when it starts to get cold outside, I am always looking for a darker, stouter, stronger cigar to sink my teeth into. That's why I picked this one to light up for this video, and it is Blackbird's Cactus Wren. Made exclusively for the Cigars Daily Nation, this cigar comes with some power. It uses a Mexican San Andreas wrapper leaf, underneath a Cuban seed Dominican binder, and then the fillers are Corojo and a Criollo 98. It gives this cigar a very interesting flavor profile, one with a little less sweetness, like inherent sweetness to the wrapper, but a lot of leather, a lot of dark notes. And as it's cold, I find that those notes hit my palate just right. If you're looking for a cigar that comes with strength and balance, the Cactus Wren has got you covered. And there's no sense, by the way, in laying in your bed at night with your eyes wide open while you listen to your neighbor's ridiculous Christmas party going on loudly next door. Instead, this year, just get up and go outside and smoke a Cactus Wren and plot your revenge. But like, like not a mean revenge, just like a nice one. Like, I don't know, maybe fart on his mailbox or something. I mean, something reasonable, something that's a reasonable response to a very noisy party that goes on way too late in the night, where you have to sit there and think to yourself, dear God, don't these people work in the morning? And on the same note of very dark, very powerful cigars, there's one that I have fallen in love with. It's not every day that I find a cigar that blows me away. I smoke a lot of cigars that are more or less good and I enjoy them. I smoke those cigars all day long, but every once in a while, one really captures my attention. And this year, that's been the Diesel Vintage Series. So Diesel cigars are blended by Justin Andrews and AJ Fernandez. I don't know what the hell those two guys do when they get together. This cigar is basically Nicaraguan. The binder is from Esteli. It's an Esteli Habano. And then the fillers are from Jalapa Valley. So it's like not a super exciting sounding blend. It uses a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, this leathery wrapper leaf on the outside. Somehow though, they've crafted this cigar with this intensely rich, naturally sweet, like a plum sweetness in it that is a flavor note I don't find anywhere else. It just, like, every time I smoke it, it draws me back to this one experience. It's one of those aha moment cigars for me, almost like a spiritual experience you end up chasing over and over again. And so this year, as you open presents and everybody gets all kinds of great stuff, and you get some socks and some underwear, and they all get the things they wanted that were bought with probably your money, at least you'll know that you've got an amazing cigar sitting in the humidor waiting for you to come light it up. That's some damn holiday cheer. And so the big question remains, and I hope you will drop it in the comments. What are you planning on lighting up this holiday season? This has been a lot of Christmassy stuff, but there are a lot of other special occasions, parties, and reasons to celebrate. So drop a comment down below and share that with us. And of course, check this video out on the community on Cigars Daily Plus. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Tim, signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.